Okay, so you've all seen those picture-perfect travel videos of Japan, right? But what happens when things don't go so perfectly? What if you're just thrown in, totally unprepared? Well, we're about to find out because we're asking a pretty simple question. What does it really take to survive 7 days in Japan?
Right, but here's the twist. You're not just any tourist. Nope. For this thought experiment, you are a very, very confused foreign skeleton. You've got no guidebook, no clue, and you are walking into, well, you don't even know what you're walking into.
And this is where it all gets really interesting. See, you think you're on a vacation, but Japan thinks you're a new test subject in a massive, finely tuned social experiment. And you, my friend, are about to break every single rule they have.
So, the adventure begins. Our skeletal hero lands, steps off the plane, and just like that, the experiment is live. And the first impression? Oh, it's just absolute, beautiful, almost terrifying order. I mean, it is a world of almost unnerving perfection. You can't find a single piece of trash on the ground. The trains run on a schedule so precise you could literally set your watch to them. Even the wildlife seems to be in on it. The pigeons don't just, peck around. They look like they've been professionally choreographed.
But here's the thing about a perfectly running system. It's only perfect until someone unpredictable shows up. And that unpredictable variable? Well, that's you. This is where the vacation feeling officially ends.
It happens so fast. It's such a simple mistake, right? A tiny little error that would go completely unnoticed pretty much anywhere else in the world. But not here. Oh no. This is the first domino.
47. Just remember that number. It's important.
Because here's what happens. Nobody says a word, there's no yelling, no angry glares, just the silent, perfectly coordinated dance of 47 people maneuvering around your mistake. The air gets so thick with a kind of collective disappointment you feel like you could almost taste it. It's so intense you actually turn around and apologize directly to the escalator itself.
Okay, day 2. You decide, I'm going to embrace the local customs. You're in a tiny ramen shop, everyone's slurping away, so you think, when in Rome, but your enthusiasm kind of gets away from you. Your polite little slurp quickly escalates into a sound that suggests you're trying to inhale the bowl itself. The chef doesn't get mad, he gets terrified. He thinks you're choking to death. Next thing you know, someone's called an ambulance. The good news, you did manage to finish your ramen before they got there.
So after a couple of pretty disastrous days, our skeleton starts to adapt, or, at least tries to. This next phase is all about finding the rhythm in the chaos, and it happens through some strange, hilarious, and surprisingly deep moments.
So you're at this beautiful, peaceful temple. You bow to a stranger. They bow back. Well, you don't want to be rude, so you bow again, maybe a little deeper this time. And they respond with an even deeper bow. Before you know it, you're locked in a silent 20-minute battle of politeness. It's this intense standoff, fueled by mutual respect and a stubborn refusal to be the less polite person.
You've hit peak politeness, but at what cost? The duel finally ends in a draw, and you realize you've both completely missed lunch. You've been trapped in a cage of your own courtesy. In that moment, you understand respect has become a prison.
But then, a discovery. A real game changer. Japan's vending machines. They are literally everywhere, and they sell everything. You've got your normal stuff, like coffee and soda, and then you've got some things you probably can't legally explain. And then you see it. You push a random button, and out pops a steaming hot can of corn soup. And it's so unexpectedly delicious that it completely redefines your entire trip. You buy 5 more. From that moment on, you are no longer just a tourist. You're not just a skeleton. You have developed a corn soup personality. This one small, weird, wonderful thing becomes your anchor in the sea of confusion. All right, next up, the capsule hotel. Your room is basically a drawer big enough for a person. You definitely hit your head a few times just getting in, but then, against all logic, you have the most restful, perfect night of sleep of your entire life. It makes you question everything, like, why do I even have a king-size bed back home? And then you have to face the final boss, Shibuya Crossing, and the sheer number of people is just thousands. It's thousands of people, all moving in this perfect synchronized dance. It's beautiful, but you are not part of the algorithm. You just freeze. Total panic sets in. You actually start spinning in circles, just a broken cog in a flawless machine. Just when you think you're going to be stuck there forever, this tiny,
impossibly strong grandmother just appears out of nowhere, grabs your bony hand, and guides you through the chaos like you're a toddler. You are so grateful you could cry. And in that moment, you know it's true. You have been adopted.
And just like that, the 7 days are up. You made it. You survived. But the story isn't over. Because the biggest changes, the really important ones, don't show up until you try to go back to your old life.
You're back at your home airport. A security agent gives you a totally normal instruction. And without even thinking, you respond with a deep, respectful bow. They just stare at you. So you think, oh, maybe my first bow wasn't good enough, and you do it again. The stare gets even more intense, and that is when it hits you.
You realize this whole trip wasn't just a collection of funny stories. The escalator incident, the ramen, the corn soup. It was all part of something much, much deeper.
Your fundamental programming has been completely rewritten. The automatic bowing, the hyper-awareness of people around you, the undying love for canned corn soup, it's all part of your new source code now. You didn't just visit Japan, you basically installed it as a new operating system for your brain.
It really just goes to show you how a place can totally rewire us in the most unexpected and hilarious ways. Which, of course, brings us to one last question. This confused skeleton is absolutely ready for another adventure and, hey, another OS update. So let us know what you think. Where should the next social experiment take place?